Hi, my name is David. I'm one of the founders of Omella, and we make it really easy for schools to collect money without the fees. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can run prom without the stress. If you have run prom before for high schools, you know that it usually is stressful, and with Omella, we try to eliminate all of that stress. So first and foremost, what can you use Omella for? We are all-in-one payments, forms, and signatures. So everything from team fundraisers to prom homecoming tickets, event ticketing, document signatures, check-ins, concessions, all of these things you can use Omella for. It was created by my brother and I. We also started a company before this called Remind.com. It's in the messaging space, used by over 30 million teachers, students, and parents. And Omella is built mainly for public schools, but we're also used in private schools. We're used by activities directors, club sponsors. Those are typically the people who run prom, so I'll be talking mainly to you all in this video, but also athletic directors, sports arts, boosters, all these types of organizations use Omella. So in this video, it's again really about taking the stress out, and we do that by saving you time and fees, and I will get to that later so that you can run a successful dance. So what distinguishes Omella from another solution that you might be using? So one thing that's really important to understand about us is that we offer high-touch on-call support. When you have 1,000 students lined up, you need someone immediately. And even just from the very beginning, we're going to help you set up your page, make sure it's set up properly, answer any questions that you may have. We are there for you to support you so that you can run a successful event. The next one, school safety and security. So you probably have rules at your school, right? Only seniors can purchase a ticket. It's only seniors in good standing. And we can reflect those rules in the system. You probably have an outside guest approval process. We can also handle that for you. Check-ins and checkouts, all of that can be tracked so that you can you provide an audit trail of when those students checked in and checked out of the dance. And of course, all of the school-related compliance laws. The next section here, prioritize student and parent experience. If you've worked in education, you know that unfortunately this is typically an afterthought for apps. For us, this is extremely important that we provide the payers, so in this case, the parents and the students, a mobile-friendly experience that is very simple and easy to follow. Everything from itemized receipts, Apple, Google Pay, one-click pay, card. We connect to 5,000 banks, and you can pay without having to remember your account and routing number. And you can even accept cash so that you can track everything all in one place. We do not make you download a mobile app if you're a parent. You just scan QR codes or click links and fill that thing out. We also make digital check-ins really, really fast, because when you've got 1,000 students lined up for prom, they want to go in there, they don't want to stand in line. And bus assignments, because whether I purchased a ticket for my date at the same time or whether they went and they purchased a ticket themselves, we want to sit together on the bus. And last but not least, email reminders so that before the event, I get any important information and any reminders as a parent or as a student that I might need. I'm going to cover pricing as well in this video, and I'm going to explain to you how we are free for schools, and we always give parents a free option. So the agenda here in what follows, I will show you an example page. Then I will get into pricing. I'll show you the check-in and check-out experience. We offer 3 ways for you to check in students. Everything from scanning a QR code to looking them up in the case that they forget their ticket, to a hard copy if your Wi-Fi is bad, just as a backup, and we provide all of that to you. I'm going to end the video with a testimonial from an activities director, because I think it kind of sums up the gist of this offering and how we really take the stress out of running your prom. So here's a payer page. I'm going to run through this really quickly. All of this is editable. You might have been wondering, what notes app was I using here? This is Omella. So we've tried to make this as easy to use as Google Docs or Google Forms. This is what the payer view looks like. But if you're editing this and you wanted to change the imagery, this is what your editor looks like. And it is really easy to use. You can just come in here and start typing. You can scroll down and you can edit any of this information by clicking on it and just simply typing. So we tried to make this really, really easy to use for you. And when you go to preview this and see what it looks like for a payer, it looks the same. So while you're in the editor, you know what this is going to look like for your students and parents. And as a student and parent, I come to this page, I see some basic information, and it's pretty short. And the reason it is short is because my school set it up such that I have to enter a valid student email address. And we have displayed that here because my team was trying to help me out for this video, but in your case you wouldn't. And here's my valid email address. And because my email address is valid, and because I have not purchased a ticket before, it now allows me to go and purchase it. Right? And when I say valid, that rule is specific to your school. Maybe I must be a senior. Maybe I must be in good standing. Maybe I shouldn't have any debt. So you can specify those things. And then when I come and fill this out, if it is valid, I will be able to purchase a ticket. And so here we have some things. I might have to enter a valid student ID. Until it is valid, I cannot continue. Okay. And then some standard things, my first name, my last name. We offer signatures. And once again, you can customize all of this by signing this, I agree, blah, blah, blah. Here is an optional question. Do I have any allergies? I can type things in here. This might be really useful, up front for you to make sure that everything is safe. I have to enter my parents' name and phone number. And here we are to the bus selection. And so as a student buying this ticket, I can see how many seats are available on the bus because Omella has an inventory feature. Let's say I want to sit on bus number 3, and I'll scroll down. And here I have the option either to just check out myself, or I can buy my guest a ticket. Now, my guest is either a guest within my school or they're an outside guest. And if I buy my guest a ticket, if they go to this page, they will not be able to buy themselves a ticket because I have a rule as a school set up that says every student may purchase only one ticket. Optionally, I can purchase a ticket for my outside guest. And if I go through that, they might have to upload an approval form. Typically, a school will have this, it's got to be signed by their parent and the dean at the other school. This way, as a school, you have everything in one place. And here we go. The guest can be on the same bus as me. And I'm going to continue from here to show you what the checkout process looks like and cover pricing. So here I am. I'm just going to buy a ticket for myself. And this is how we make money. And so this is kind of like Donors Choose or GoFundMe. As a parent, I can leave a tip. Some people do, some don't. But I can always opt out. So if I want to opt out, okay, that's fine. So I'm going to continue here. And it is always free for schools because of those optional tips. And as a parent, I can either do, one-click Apple or Google Pay. If I was on my iPhone, this would have Apple Pay. I could do card, and in those cases, you see that there is a fee. Or I could do free ACH bank transfer, and there is no fee. And this is just like Venmo. This here is connected to over 5,000 banks. We securely connect to those, so you do not need to remember your account and routing number. And if you choose this, it is 100% free. Now I have filled out the card information. I'm going to click pay here. And here we go. My payment has succeeded. You can insert any kind of custom message that you want here. Some helpful information about when the dance is or whatever else. And I see everything itemized. Now, what's also nice about this is I'm going to get this in my email as whatever the billing info was, could be the parents. And if I entered a student email address, I'm also going to get this. My guest might get this. So everyone has that ticket, right? And as a school, I can also look someone up and see this, which I'll cover in a minute. But before we get to that, I'm going to cover the check-in process. And so we offer 3 ways to check in. We've got rapid check-in, and the way that works is any one of your staff logs into Omella before the dance on their phone. No need to download an app. And the student comes up with their ticket, which could be a screenshot, could be in their email, could have printed it out, doesn't matter as long as they have this QR code. Take out their phone, scan it, boom, they're checked in. The second thing is student forgot their ticket and you want to look them up, which I'll show. And the third thing is Wi-Fi doesn't work, whatever else, we're going to give you a backup, and you could print out a spreadsheet or have a spreadsheet downloaded on your computer just in case, make sure all of your angles are covered. So what I'm going to show you next is the check-in process where you just take out your phone and scan this QR code. All right, I'm at the dance. The student has showed me their QR code. I'm going to scan it. And watch this. As soon as it opens up, check-in succeeded. Now watch what's going to happen if I try to scan it again. Second already occurred. And so we do this to prevent a student from, a ticket being used multiple times. Um, and so you can scan this thing, and when they're ready, you can check them out. In that case, you'd have to click this button, and then they have checked out, and you can see here the time that they have checked out. What's about this is you can scroll down once you've checked them in, or at any point really, oh, you know what? Looks like they have a food allergy. Or, oh, this is their student ID. Can you please hand me your actual physical student ID so that I can match it against this? So you have all of their answers every time you scan their ticket. So we've seen what rapid check-in looks like when you scan a QR code, but what if a student forgets their ticket? So you can come in over here and you can go here to search, and you could really search by anything. You could search by student ID, you could search by the guest name, like any answer that was submitted, you can search for it. So I will search like this. And here they come up, and I see their submission, and I see that they have checked in, but they have not checked out, and I can click this, and I could check them out. I could also choose somebody, and I can see all of the answers that they submitted, right? And so, God forbid something happens and you need the emergency contact information. It's a really quick way to go in here and look this up. So that's the second way that you can check in or check out someone to the dance. And the third way you can do it is if you click this button here, you can download a spreadsheet. You could save that on your computer. You can print it out. That's a great backup in case you have Wi-Fi issues or anything like that. So last but not least, I'm going to share this testimonial because I think it encapsulates the value proposition of taking all the stress out of your prom. So this is from an activity director, and she says that for over 20 years, I've been planning a prom for 1,000 students at a large public high school, and Omella is the first company to meet all of my online ticketing needs. 99% of students surveyed want to use Omella again for next year's prom because they found it so simple to use. My administration loves Omella because it prioritizes student privacy and offers on-demand e-check payments along with guardrails to guarantee that only students in good standing can purchase tickets. As the prom sponsor, the typical stress and chaos of ticket sales was essentially eliminated thanks to Omella. They offer an outstanding value and top-notch customer support. For the first time, I felt like I had a partner in the ticket sales process with Omella. As a type A event planner who demands attention to detail, Omella not only met my expectations, but far exceeded them. And then she goes on to say some very nice things about my brother and I, and that we have streamlined payment process in their school. So that is Omella. We would love to help you for your prom or your homecoming. If you'd like to reach out, contact@omella.com, and I hope to hear from you.